Well, hello guys, it's me Zane and well, look at my guests here. So I thought today we'll look at my Tolumnias because they are cute, they are tiny, they are my little babies. I love them and I love to show them to you. So here we go. If you want to see more information about my Tolumnias or basically everything else, check out my other videos, and if you like them or if you don't like them, whatever, if you like to laugh at me how trash I am, fine with me. Just subscribe to my channel and also hit on the bell button so you get notifications every time I post, and also follow me on Instagram. Now the thing is, these are blooming and my mind is blown away, and I thought I had to make a video about that. Sometimes when I do a new video I just like to research what's on the internet about that particular topic, and I searched the YouTubes and there is stuff about Tolumnias on YouTube. I'm still doing this video. My neighbor opposite of the street, like opposite of me, is building a house. The workers are building this house for like 5 years now. I'm not even kidding. It's just a regular house, but it's always noise there. Not always, but every second day. And I'm just getting a little furious here that sometimes I cannot film videos, and that day is today. Sometimes they just make that chainsaw thing and they are like cutting wood or whatever. Bear with me. There might be noise in this video, but bear with me. Tolumnias. I just love them. They are cute, they are tiny, they are little tiny orchid babies. If you want to have cute tiny little orchid in your collection, tiny orchid stuff, go for Tolumnias. At first, history. I ordered Tolumnias like last summer because I was like, oh shit, I already killed like 2 Tolumnias, give me more. I really wanted to work out a solution, a setup which works with my Tolumnias and with me, because you know I'm not going out of my way because of my orchids. I'm a practical guy. I will do a tiny little input from my side and I await beautiful blooms. So yeah, I just want to figure out things, how they work out, and I can stay the lazy f I am. Okay, I'm not lazy. I ordered them because I like them. I ordered three Tolumnias. You know, they come in pairs. That's not true. I don't know why I said that. I just wanted to have 3 because, you know, that's a magical number. Maybe that will break the curse of the Tolumnias in my collection and I won't kill them. Well, it did. But finally I ended up with 4 Tolumnias, so I don't know how magical number 4 is, but you know, wizarding story time. So yeah, I ordered them. I was still at the ordering stage. This story time, this video is not going well. I ordered a yellow one, the sunset, golden sunset. These Tolumnia names are just so confusing. This is the Tolumnia golden sunset. Maybe there is some gyrac in the name somewhere. That's the thing with Tolumnias. Also this other one, which is my pink bright. Well, it's a little bit pale, so I would call it pink pale, but whatever. We'll talk about that. And also I ordered a white firm, which is, well, guess what? It's white. The white one did not bloom. I received them. I repotted them. Tiny little pots, drainage holes only at the bottom, that's all. And full Ceramis, the big chunk Ceramis. Because the big chunk Ceramis, in my mind I thought, well, what does the big chunk Ceramis do? It has big chunks, so there will be some air gaps between the pieces, and also Ceramis, well, it loves moisture. It will hold big amounts of moisture. So what Tolumnias need? Moisture and air. Wow, perfect. I thought, these tiny pots, they are so tiny. If there's gonna be some amount of moisture, it's not gonna be that amount of moisture what these huge pots, the huge 12 centimeter pots can hold. So I thought I might need there something which holds on to moisture for a longer time, because these will dry up pretty fast. I bingoed this setup, so it's working perfectly for me right now at this moment. Even in the winter time, even in summertime, I'm just happy with that. So I managed to do something good with these Tolumnia setups. I don't know what's happening. It's so fluffy. This is the perfect winter time clothing piece. But you know, as we go with orchids and repots and receiving them, the story is the following. You receive an orchid, some of the roots are dead, so you have to repot it. You repot it, bang, that's a shock for the orchid, and the orchid will be in stress for a period of time, and after it will bloom after a year or two. Sometimes, if you're lucky, it's not happening because it's a good case, whatever. I really was sure that I had to cut away a lot of roots, not a lot, but a reasonable amount of roots I had to cut away, and I was like, oh shit, now I can wait again for these to actually overcome the stress and bloom for me. So I was pretty much surprised when the spikes just emerged from the new growth, and like they will be like, oh bitch, we're here. I'm not complaining, I'm okay with blooms, but as you can see, you can really see the stress factor there. What is this? 1 bloom, 2 blooms. Are you f***ing kidding me? I'm okay with that. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm okay with 1 bloom and 2 blooms because, you know, these are stressed little pumpkins in my collection and I want to give them every nourishment I can. 1 or 2 flowers, it's okay for me. So I was pretty much surprised that that was my breath. It's not like ghosts or anything in my house. I hope. Oh shit. Now, as you can see, these are tiny babies. Look at the size. Like, I have normal sized hands, so that's the reference for you, not like centimeters or anything. I'm not that professional on this channel. Oh shit, I'm just blabbing so much today. I already recorded 9 minutes of raw footage, which I really have to edit. I'm feeling myself. What? These are the tiny Tolumnias. You know, these typical hybrids which you can get from basically everywhere. I bought these from eBay. On eBay there is the typical European Tolumnia seller, Orchid Diffusion or something like that. Some people have bad experience with them. I thought like, well, whatever, I want Tolumnias. I need them. I just give me them because they were cheap. They were €5 each. I just bought them because of that, because they were cheap and I needed Tolumnias and I needed a hole. So yeah, that was my self-care, enabling myself. These are these tiny ones, you know, some Tolumnias can be a lot bigger. Some Tolumnias can have these weird shapes with thinner leaves and wider leaves. Some Tolumnias can be just a lot bigger. For example, in my collection I had a Tolumnia Keisha Oka or whatever was that. That bitch was huge. And you know, these are these typical tiny Tolumnias. So after I repotted them, they started to grow the new growth, and on the new growth, well, spikes appeared. I was really happy. This is the Tolumnia Golden Sunset. At first I was surprised how big these petals are. Sometimes there are some mutations which we call peloric orchid in this hobby, and actually peloria means that there is a mutation with the flower, but somehow the orchid people started to use peloria for these types of mutations when the lip is actually taking the form of the other petals, or in most cases the petals will take the shape of the lip, and there can be some half peloric petals, whatever. That's just a side note. Fun fact for today. When I saw the pictures, when I bought them, I will show you the pictures because there are some differences there. I think the best feature are these tiny little sprinkled dots on the lip, on the bottom of the lip, on the skirt part of the lip. How beautiful is that? This is the cutest part ever. I just saw this. Do not pay attention to this ugly shit on my face. It's ugly, I know. And I was really actually surprised that the petals are really big on this Tolumnia. They are bigger than other Tolumnias as far as I've seen Tolumnias in blooms. But these burgundy, more patchy parts are not my favorite. I still like them, and I like how the sepal on the... or that is a petal? I'm not even sure. I think that's a sepal. The top sepal is just this brown color. I love that. Although it differs from the picture, and I think it's because those Tolumnias were grown and bloomed in the summertime, and this Tolumnia was bloomed in these colder temperatures, and as we know, orchids can go really crazy. Actually, the blooms can go really crazy if we think about the temperatures in which they bloomed. And there can be quite a few color changes, pattern changes, and overall flower shape changes sometimes even. So yeah, I think that's really interesting, and I prefer to see these tiny little spots on my Tolumnia because on the pictures on the internet the density of these spots was not so high like in my case. By the way, these are not fragrant flowers. Tolumnias are usually, these hybrids are not fragrant. I don't know about the other ones, maybe they can be. And the other one is my Tolumnia Pink Bright. Now if you look at those original pictures on the internet, they are really bright pink. Not mine though. Mine are not like bright pink, they are pale pink, while on the lip of my Tolumnia, they are just fading away. As the color is getting closer to the edge of the lip, it's just lighter in color. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm saying that I bought a white Tolumnia, so I want to see white on this other white Tolumnia, not on this one. I want to see pinks on this one. Usually I like these gradient-y style color changes on orchid flowers, so I'm really happy with that. Now, as you can see, the petals on this Tolumnia are really not that big as on my Golden Sunset. I'm not sure which one I like more, because the Golden Sunset, this one with these big petals, really reminds me of the Tolumnia King Midas, or it's just Tolumnia Midas, I'm not sure. That Tolumnia has that peloria where the petals are actually trying to shape like the lip is shaped, so there are these huge petals, and actually, let me tell you, I don't like it. The sepals which are on the bottom part, there should be like 2 sepals. And I didn't know that, but in the case of these Tolumnias, those tiny sepals are fused together in the back. They are not even showing up anywhere. They are just bent towards the back side of the flower, and they are fused together. I will try to show you that. These sepals are just curled back and they are fused together. There is just only 1 sepal there, not 2. Now about the future of these Tolumnias. I will keep them in this setup, like big chunk ceramics, watering them weekly, or sometimes I wait even 2 weeks in the winter time, and I will give them bright light, and that's all what I will do with them. I thought they will not bloom because I didn't provide that much of high light for them. So I think this is my video for today, and if you liked it, like button. If you disliked it, dislike button. Well, you can do both, whatever. It's good for me. Both of them is good for me. I'm fine with that. So yeah, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel, follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to leave a comment in the know it all section below this video, because I want to know it all. I want to know your ideas, I want to know your comments. This is my video for today. See you next time. Bye guys.